Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're doing great and amazing. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna continue on with Diary of Wimpy Kid, Rodrick Rules. هنكمل مع بعض النهارده Rodrick Rules Session 2. Okay, so let's get started, guys. So as we say, we're gonna read, okay, and also we're gonna learn vocabulary, learn expressions, new idioms, everything in this series, inshallah. Okay, so just make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go. So we're gonna continue on with Friday. So mom decided to start making Rodrick pick me up after school, just like he picked me up after swim practice. So to pick someone up meaning لأنت تنقله أو drop someone off. Okay, أنت توصله أو تلتقطه من مكان اللي هو فيه عشان توصله. So I guess that means she didn't learn from that experience, but I did. So when Rodrick picked me up today, I asked him to please take it easy on the brakes. The brakes, فرامل. Rodrick said okay, but then he went out of his way to find every speed bump in town. Speed bump, speed push, you know, just like that. Just in order to annoy his brother, okay? So this is the bump, guys. So when I got out of the van, I called Rodrick a big jerk. So and then it got physical. That means fighting. So mom saw the whole thing unfold from the living room window. Mom made us come inside and she sat us down at the kitchen table. Then she said me and Rodrick were going to have to settle our differences, to solve our differences in a civil manner. So mom told me and Rodrick we each had to write down what we did wrong, and then we had to draw a picture to go along with it. And I knew exactly where mom was going with that idea. So mom used to be a preschool teacher, and whenever a kid would do something wrong, she'd make him draw a picture of it. I guess the idea was to make the kid feel ashamed of what he did, so he wouldn't do it again. طبعا ashamed of something, مستعار من حاجة. So I would not break the crayons because that makes the other children very sad, you know, so that's how kids played it. So well, mom's idea might have worked great on a bunch of 4-year-olds, but she's going to have to think of something better if she wants me and Rodrick to get along. So to get along, what does it mean by to get along, guys? To be close with each other, okay? To be in a good terms with each other. That means by get along. I will not call Rodrick names. Bunny, rabbit. I will not push Gregory, and so on. So the truth is, Rodrick can pretty much treat me any way he wants. Treat, that means deal, تعامل مع الشخص, because he knows there is nothing I can do about it. See, Rodrick is the only one who knows about this really embarrassing thing that happened to me over the summer. Embarrassing, awkward. We have said it before. قلناها قبل كده. So embarrassing, awkward, and he's been holding it over my head ever since. So if I ever tell on him for anything, he dispel my secret to the whole world. Spill my secret. So let the cat out of the bag. You know this expression, guys? No يفتن على حد. So I just wish I had some dirt on him to even things out. I don't know one embarrassing thing about Rodrick, but I don't think it's gonna do me any good. When Rodrick was a sophomore, who is a sophomore, guys? What is a sophomore? A second year in university or high school student. Okay, so if you're a student in the second year in university or high school, you called sophomore. Okay, what about college names? So if you're in the first year, you're gonna call yourself freshman. Freshman, you're just a freshman. That's تجديد. Sophomore, the second year. What if you're in the third year? You're a junior. What about the last year in college or high school? You're a senior. Okay, guys, so freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. So when Rodrick was a sophomore, he was sick the day they did the school photos. So mom told dad to mail in Rodrick's freshman picture for the school to use in the yearbook. Don't ask me how dad screwed this up, but he sent in Rodrick's second grade picture. And believe it or not, it actually got printed. Oh my god. You see? Heffley Rodrick. So unfortunately, Rodrick was smart enough to rip that page out of his yearbook. Rip. rip something out. Okay, يمزقها ويمزعها. So if I'm ever gonna find something to use against him, I guess I have to keep digging. If you keep digging about something, keep searching for something, refers to when someone had just said something embarrassing or awkward and they are trying to get themselves out the situation by backpedaling, but they are just making the situation worse. So Wednesday, ever since Mom assigned the dishes to me and Rodrick, Dad's been going down to this furnace room after dinner to work on the miniature Civil War battlefield of his. Furnace room, yeah, أوضة الفرن, okay, forn. All right, so the thing that, you know, just like a stove or an oven, okay. After dinner to work on his miniature Civil War battlefield, so something is small, very small, miniature, okay, yeah. This thing. So Dad spends at least 3 hours a night down there working on that thing. I think Dad would be happy to spend the whole weekend working on his battlefield, but Mom has other plans for him. Oh. Mom likes to rent these romantic comedies and she makes Dad watch them with her. But I know Dad is just waiting for the first chance to break away and go back down to the basement. Okay, basement, a drone. Already know it, guys. Kiss smooch. Whenever Dad can be down in the furnace room, he makes sure us kids keep away from it. Dad won't let me or Rodrick go near his battlefield because he thinks we're gonna mess things up. So, and earlier today, I overheard Dad say something to Manny to make sure he doesn't go poking around back there either. Poking around, يدعبس بقى. Poke around, look around a place, typically in search of something. Okay, so don't poke around the house. Alright, so I think I just heard some grunting noises coming from the furnace room. So I was always worried. Saturday, Rolly came over to my house today. Dad doesn't like it when Rolly comes over because Dad always says Rolly is accident prone. I think it's because this one time Rolly was eating dinner here and he dropped a plate and broke it. So it's called accident prone. حوادث دايما. Tending to be involved in a greater than average number of accidents. Okay, so it's always like accident prone. So now Dad has this idea that Rolly is going to ruin his whole Civil War battlefield in one kludzy move. Ruin something, guys, means, as we said before, like يفسد حاجة, okay? To break down something or just to get the end of it. Kludzy move. Kludzy means clumsy, foolish, awkward move, okay? So he's gonna mess everything up just in one kludzy move. So whenever Rolly comes over to my house, these days he gets the same greeting. The basement is off limits. Yes, sir. Rolly's dad doesn't like me either. That's why I don't go over to his house much anymore. The last time I spent the night at Rolly's, we watched this movie where some kids taught themselves a secret language that no grown-ups could understand. Just like that. Me and Rolly thought that was pretty cool, and we tried to figure out how to talk in the same language the kids were using in the movie, but we couldn't really get the hang of it. To get the hang of something means learn how to operate or do something really well, you know, so to get the hang of it. So we made up our own secret language. Then we tried it out at dinner. So, blah, 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 like made up language. But Rolly's dad must have cracked our code. Solved our code. Because I ended up getting sent home before dessert. And I haven't been invited to spend the night at Rolly's ever since. Oh, damn. So when Rolly came over to my house today, he brought a bunch of pictures from his trip with him. He said the best part of his vacation was when they went on a river safari. And he showed me all these blurry pictures of birds and stuff. Blurry, when you have something blurry pictures, that's not clear. Okay, something blurry. So now I've been to the Wild Kingdom amusement park, it's called amusement park, ملاهي, a bunch of times. And they have this river rapids ride where they have these awesome robot animals like gorillas and dinosaurs. So if you ask me, Rolly's parents should have just saved their money and taken him there instead. Did you see any sharks fighting giant tarantulas on your safari? No, and sharks don't fight tarantulas. Well, at Wild Kingdom they do. But of course, Rolly didn't want to hear about my experiences, so he just gathered up his pictures and went back home. Tonight after dinner, Mom made Dad watch one of the movies she rented, but Dad really wanted to work on his Civil War battlefield. When Mom got up to go to the bathroom, Dad stuffed a bunch of pillows under the blanket on his side of the bed to make it look like he was asleep. Mom didn't find out about Dad's decoy until after the movie was over. What is a decoy, guys? A decoy, a person or thing used to mislead or lure someone into a trap, you know. So yeah, it's kind of a trick. She made Dad come to bed even though it was only 8:30. And now Manny sleeps in Mom and Dad's bed because he's afraid of the monster that lives in the furnace room. Tuesday. I thought I was done hearing about Rolly's trap, but I was wrong. Yesterday our social studies teacher asked Rolly to tell the class all about his vacation. And today he came to school wearing this ridiculous costume. Ridiculous or ludicrous or absurd or silly, something حاجة سخيفة. Ridiculous costume. Costume is an outfit, okay, especially for, you know, like parties. Like a certain outfit like you wear for parties, زي تنكري. But what was even worse was when some girls came up to Rolly at lunch and started kissing his butt. Oh, will you tell us more about your trap? Blah blah blah. But then I realized maybe that wasn't such a bad thing after all, so I started parading Rolly around the cafeteria because after all, he is my best friend. So now he is his best friend. Parading walk or march in public, you know, like walk with him around, you know, like he's my best friend, so you get to the trap and so on. Rolly here just got back from South Dakota, South America, whatever. Okay guys, so I think that's it for today. Okay, so we're gonna continue next session. This was fun actually, guys. I hope you enjoyed. So just make sure to support me, like and subscribe and share these amazing materials, and download the whole thing actually, guys, from the link in the description. Okay, حمل كل حاجة من على التطبيق. So like and share and subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. See you next time.